So Erebos is still the main villain, but will Claudia become the secondary main villain? Hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with Dragon Prince, Season 5, Episode 1, or Book 5, Chapter 1, whatever you want to call it. Um, it's been quite a while. We finished reacting to the last season early last year. So it's been like almost a year and a half. Well, okay, maybe not that quite that bad. Like a year and a quarter, I guess. um, a year and a few months since we last reacted to this, and I think season 6 just came out or something, so we're like a full season behind. And excuse me, I'm just wondering how far more are we going to stretch this out, because we've really been stretching this series out. Like last season with the beginning of this Mystery of Erebos subtitled second half of the series, I guess you could say. Um, we had this big time skip, and we just kind of moved into the next stage of things with this series. Um, we have a lot of new shit going down. Characters are older, wiser, dealing with a lot more. And we have the return of Bitchface McGee, but he's not really the main villain anymore. In fact, he's kind of questioning that all. I mean, coming back from the dead will do that to you, but I mean, I still don't like him. Hence, Bitchface McGee. Um, but Claudia, his daughter, and the one who's still on his side, she is definitely leading towards becoming like more of the secondary villain of this series, taking over for her father. Though it might take us in a different direction if Viren does happen to kind of slip back into things there. Plus, we do have Terry keeping Claudia under control currently, keeping her from becoming too evil, but I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith that that's going to stick either. It's hard to say. Sorry for all the yawning. Don't know why. It's like I wasn't yawning before this, but then I start recording and suddenly I'm yawning like crazy. Um, it's hard to say where this is going to continue to go at this point. But just as a reminder for everyone, this series is a donation reward series, and it is for Smurflogs. So thank you as always, Smurflogs. This was just a long running series that we just haven't gotten back to, like I said, since last spring. So I've been mostly enjoying it. There's certain aspects that I am not a huge fan of, but the series overall is still very good. It's nowhere near the level of a lot of other shows that we've reacted to, but still. We also got we also got a gay wedding last season, so that was great, and an asshole trying to fight against it and everything. That ended well for him. But yeah, just a lot of crazy shit. We had to deal with a dragon. We had to deal with all kinds of stuff. And so now we get into this season, and I'm, like I said, interested to see where this ends up going. Um, and the big question is, how long will it take before Erebos is actually, freed? Because that's got to happen at some point. He's the main villain, and him being trapped doesn't really do anyone any good. It just feels like it's kind of holding back, I guess you could say. But we'll see. We'll see. It could change pretty quickly. Erebos could get free pretty much at any time, I think. And that is what Claudia and Vera and them are trying to do. So, we'll see. But I think it's about time we just get into this and see what this episode of The Dragon Prince Season 5 has in store for us. Cutting in here real quick to remind you that we have a lot of great content to check out on the channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions with 2 on Friday. We also have movie reactions every Saturday and Sunday, as well as Let's Plays every day of the week. We switch on and off every day between Horizon and Baldur's Gate 3 and have Anno Mutationum on Saturdays. Please don't forget to click the link in the description below to follow it to today's reaction. We redirect everything just due to copyright. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe to the video and the channel, respectively. And I hope you have a great time with today's reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So if you don't know who Jennifer Hale is, let me quickly go over some of her roles. She is known for playing Sam in Totally Spies. She is Thorn of the Hex Girls in Scooby-Doo. She's Miss Keen in Powerpuff Girls. She's Kyoshi in Avatar. Let's see here. She's voiced Cinderella. She has voiced Black Cat from Spider-Man. Samus Aran from Metroid, if you somehow don't know who Samus Aran is. And so many more. She's a really big name. Trying to see like other specific examples here. She's been in so much, it's hard to like think of specific ones. It's like she is a really big name voice actress. Let me see if I can find some more examples here. Yeah, there's Black Cat from the 90s Spider-Man. Oh, she was also Princess Morbucks and Sedusa in the Powerpuff Girls, by the way. She was in Spider-Man Unlimited as Mary Jane. She was Lydia in an episode of Sonic Underground. Yeah, she was Cinderella and Aurora in House of Mouse. Not only was she Sam, but she was also Mandy in Totally Spies. She was Killer Frost in the Justice League cartoon. She was in Codename Kids Next Door, Shaolin Showdown, The Batman, Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. God, who remembers that series? Besides me, of course. American Dragon, Jake Long, Kim Possible, Ben 10. So many shows. She voiced Jean Grey and Boom Boom in Wolverine and the X-Men. She was Miss Marvel in Earth's Mightiest Heroes. She was in Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. Wander Over Yonder. The 2017 DuckTales, she was Gabby McStabberson. Star Wars Rebels. Love, Death, and Robots. And, most recently, a big one, she reprises her role as Jean Grey, as well as plays a bunch of other characters in X-Men 97. So that's pretty notable. She's also done a lot of other stuff here, like direct-to-video stuff. I'm trying to see video games as well here. Here we go. She's Naomi Hunter in Metal Gear Solid. She was in Baldur's Gate 2. Trying to find like notable ones here. I know we're taking all this time just to go over Jennifer Hale's credits, but it's worth it. Um, there's just so many. She is an Ultimate Spider-Man as Silver Sable. Let me try to get to some of the more recent stuff. How about that? Because I was looking at like in the 2000s. Oh, she's Chronica in Mortal Kombat. She's Bayonetta in Bayonetta 3. She's the replacement voice for Bayonetta. Um, she's a couple different characters in Horizon Zero Dawn. She was various characters in The Last of Us. She was in Bioshock Infinite, Halo 4, Diablo 3, Mass Effect 3. Oh, she's FemShep in the Mass Effect games. Female Commander Shepard. Gears of War 3. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So many different things here. The point is, she's been in a lot. So that's a pretty big get for any series to have her in it at this point. So yeah. So sorry for spending like the first few minutes of these afterthoughts just talking about like all of Jennifer Hale's roles, but like I said, totally worth it. This was a good, strong start. It continued off of where we left off, while also kind of giving us some new goals and everything to work towards, such as the bookery. And we see Ezrin and his group still trying to find what they can about the location of the prison and everything that Erebos is trapped in at the moment. It's quite a bit going on, and I think it's handled really well in its pacing and its writing and everything. I also like that Callum stood up for Rayla and is just trusting her no matter what. Because we know, obviously, as viewers, that there's nothing nefarious going on. That she's just, trying to find out how to free her parents and mentor, and the weapon that, was the weapon that killed the king. It was just the weapon of her mentor, and it means a lot to her because she loves him. Because, he taught her everything and all. She wants to save him and all. And Callum clearly understands that she's trustworthy and that there's nothing to worry about here, even after she did steal his key. And he was taken aback by that, to be fair. But like he said, he's trusting in her, and he's going to let her wait till she's ready to talk. But I also do kind of understand why the others don't quite trust in her because of everything. But yeah, they really do need to like listen to Callum in that regard. Because like he very clearly trusts her with his life, and he is fully on board with that. And I think I don't think she's going to necessarily betray that trust, but the fact that the trust is being brought up and all, I think she's going to probably push to try and solve her own problems here, and maybe abandon the mission or something at some point for her own reasons. Something like that. It's not going to be like super terrible or whatnot, but it's going to be like at least a minor breach of trust. That's what I'm expecting to happen. Something like that. Just because of the setup we're being given. Terry, meanwhile, is helping Claudia chill the fuck out. Because she definitely needs to chill the fuck out. we're getting like the kind of information about like, oh, the reason Viren is not doing well at the moment is because of the dark magic and all, but that normally only happens the first time you use it. Though because he died and came back to life, it's maybe kind of reset. So we're getting a little bit of explanation for all of that. The little gremlin dude, I don't remember if it had a name or not, but it just starts freaking out of nowhere, so that's fun. um, yeah, this was a very good episode to get back into things because it wasn't too much, but it definitely continued from where things have left off in a proper way to where it's like, oh yeah, it obviously feels like this is still season 5, but we're easing back into things in a way where it's like it doesn't feel overwhelming, which I think is smart, balancing that out really well. So yeah, I really like seeing how all of this is being tackled. I like seeing Rayla like focus so heavily on her parents and mentor because it makes sense that she would. I also really liked seeing that traitorous asshole getting kicked out and banished. Though I do kind of wonder why he's being banished and not just being kept in prison, but still. It's super satisfying to see him get his comeuppance for all of that. Because he absolutely deserved to get his comeuppance. he sucked ass. And so it's a good thing for sure that he's being kicked out, but I'm unfortunately worried that this is going to cause him to like gather some kind of rebel group or something to attack them. I don't know. I'm just worried. It just seems like something that could easily happen, you know? And I don't trust him, honestly. Of course, it's also satisfying to see Bitchface McGee, aka Viren, in pain and suffering and whatnot, because it's just always good to see him in pain and suffering. See, the thing is, I don't trust him, even with his, like, you know, not really reformation, but kind of maybe seeing a little bit of his bad ways. It's like, I don't trust him. I feel like there's just not enough room to give him the benefit of the doubt there. He is, in my eyes, evil and pretty much irredeemable for the stuff he's done. But we'll see how things continue to go in that regard. So yeah. It's going to be interesting to see this journey to the bookery. It's going to be interesting to see what goes on with Prominus or whatever the fuck its name was. The water dragon. I think I still have the thing up. Let me check. Yep, I do have it up. Domina Profundus. That's what it was. Going to be interesting to see where things go there. I'm just excited to be back. I'm happy to be back with this. It's been a while, and yeah, it's definitely something I've been wanting to get back to, and I'm glad to finally have done so. Ugh, excuse me. So, tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this first episode of Season 5 of The Dragon Prince? Let me know, and for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.